everyone, First Order here, and welcome back to another Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order video. Now, EA Play just finished up, and we pretty much got all the news we're going to get regarding Jedi Fallen Order for a while now. So, now is the time the community is going to look at the game and think, should I buy this? Is this worth it? Is this going to be a crap game because it's made by EA? And there's a lot of questions people have. So yesterday on my Instagram account, I did a little questions on my Instagram story, and I asked the question, what is one complaint you have about Jedi Fallen Order? I compiled a list of the most common complaints about Jedi Fallen Order, and I'll be discussing them in this video and whether or not it should be a complaint or not, and if it's a valid argument. So, let's just jump right into this. The most common complaint I got was that the lightsaber combat seems bad. I'm just going to throw this out here. The combat is going to be amazing, but the person who was playing the game that they revealed the demo for sucks. Like, from all the stuff that we've gotten, like the new trailers, I'm going to be showing other videos on this video that's not just the demo. The combat looks amazing. It's just, I don't know why, but they chose that guy to do the gameplay demo.
Attention all units. We've got contact on troops stationed at cargo pad 119 Gallon. Keep to your posts and stay alert.
I think it's because he kind of focused more on the spectacle of the game rather than combat, but the combat looks amazing. There's so much stuff that's like absolutely beautiful that's going to be with the combat. I don't think combat should be something that people are scared of at all. Like, I get being scared by the combat just by looking at the gameplay demo, but there's other things that they've been showing us that hint at a much more complex lightsaber combat system. Like, I've heard the developers saying that the combat is going to be thoughtful combat, that you're not just going to be pressing X, X, Y, like, you know, like the Force Unleashed where you just do the same move over and over again. It's going to be unique. It's going to be different every encounter you get. Rather than memorizing these button patterns, you're going to be able to do more. So combat is something I definitely don't think people should be scared of. Just by looking at the gameplay in this video, it's going to be amazing. It's just the person who played the demo sucked. I got a lot of complaints that there's no dismemberment, and I get it. I would also like dismemberment with limbs and, you know, stuff like that. But at the same time, The Force Unleashed 1 didn't have that, and that's a far superior game to The Force Unleashed 2. I don't think it's required. I saw people commenting that it's not immersive enough, that I'll be knowing I'm playing a child game because I'm not cutting off limbs with my lightsaber. Like, yeah, I get that, but to me it doesn't really affect it that much. Like, I'm perfectly fine with just cutting its, you know, like a hole into a stormtrooper. Like, I saw like people like just cutting a hole into the scout troopers that you were playing. I don't need dismemberment. Would I like it? Yeah. But also I get it because it's also under Disney now instead of LucasArts. And I was looking into it a little bit and I saw that the only reason The Force Unleashed 2 was rated T for teen is because there's a loophole around the rating system, and they said the stormtroopers in that game are basically droids. That there's no personality to them whatsoever, and they're just mindless things that you kill in the game, and that they're basically droids. So the developers and LucasArts went around that loophole to make it T for teen. I don't think that loophole can be made today with Disney controlling them and just modern day in general with like just modern day sensitivity to things rather than 2007. So dismemberment is definitely a topic, but honestly, I'm perfectly fine with the system they have currently. I get why people are upset, but me personally, I don't think it's going to affect my experience. It's just another thing that would be nice, but I know due to Disney and other things, that's not going to happen, which is sad, but, you know, it's whatever. In the trailer, they showed dismemberment for droids, so that's going to happen. Like, they're about to cut off the K2SO, the Imperial, I forget what the droid's name is called, like the official name is, but the K2SO droid from Rogue One, he's about to cut off its head, and it's cutting off its legs. So dismemberment is going to be for droids, but just not living beings. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. No dark side abilities. I saw actually a lot of people complaining about this. This is also a complaint I have. I wish this game was more your own choice. Like I mentioned in one of my previous videos that I wish, let's say a mission, you're going to get this Jedi holocron, but there's two paths. One path leads you to the Jedi holocron, which you can learn something like, let's say, for the heck of it, you learn a Jedi mind trick through this holocron. But if you take the different path, you learn Force choke or something like that. I wish you could kind of customize your Jedi and make him like, instead of a 100% pure Jedi, you can make him like a dark Jedi, or you could have a balance between the both of them and be not even a Jedi at all and be like something like Ahsoka Tano, like this in Legends it was called Gray Jedi. Have that kind of system. But we have a pure Jedi light side hero protagonist. There's concept art of him going into Sith temples, so I don't know if that's going to be a mission. I don't know if like your character's going to struggle between light and dark and be like, wow, the dark is better, should I go this route? And then maybe have minor dark side ability like Force Lightning or just choking or just something like that. But as of now, it looks like it's only going to be purely light. And honestly, I do agree with that complaint. I wish we had a little bit more dark side abilities, like the Force Unleashed had, it had both sides. You start out as a Sith, so you learn Sith abilities, but then you turn to a Jedi, but you still keep those Sith abilities. I wish we had something like that, but at the same time, I understand that they're going for pure 100% light side hero, which is fine. I also heard a lot of complaints about the AI being absolute dog crap, and you know what? I sort of agree. The stormtroopers seem really bad. Like, the melee weapon people, they seemed fine. The flame troopers seemed fine. But the stormtroopers, the regular just default stormtroopers, they just shoot 3 blasts. And they just stop, wait 3 seconds. Like, boom, boom, boom. Let's wait 3 seconds. Boom, boom, boom. Let's wait another 3 seconds. Like, that's really boring to me. And I feel like they could totally improve on that style. I don't know if that's going to be in the final product, but if that's how it's going to be really boring to kill stormtroopers. It's just going to be like I remember seeing the video and I remember seeing the gameplay demo, and the person who's playing is literally just standing there blocking while nothing's happening for a good like 4 seconds. So I don't know if they're going to change this, but the only part of the AI I agree with are the stormtroopers being bad, because I really don't like that. They're just too easy to kill. Well, they are kind of like grunts, so I mean they should be easy to kill, but they should be kind of a challenge, Change it up a bit instead of just I don't know how else to say it, but on rails shooting. They all shoot at the same time 3 times and they just stop. And I think that is really bad designing. I hope they improve on that. I hope they just make it so there's no break. Making it have there's no break, or at least like, I don't know, shoot 6 shots and have a break. Like cool down your blaster or something, have that kind of animation, but just 3 shots? I don't like it. I really don't like that. I also saw complaints that the gameplay looks linear. Now, I understand why people are saying this because of the gameplay demo. I think the gameplay demo is actually really bad because I read the Game Informer article and the stuff that it has in the game, like, wow. I don't know why they chose that for the gameplay demo and why they chose that solid 15 minutes, but this game's going to be 10 times better than what is in that gameplay demo. So, people are complaining it looks linear. I get that from looking at that footage, but it's not at all. The game doesn't even tell you where to go. You have to decide. Like, it's not like the Force Unleashed that says, here's an objective, go over here. Or Battlefront 2 campaign, like, it's have a little icon telling you to go over here. It doesn't do this. It just lets you play the game. It lets you absorb and be immersed into the world. The gameplay we saw in Kashyyyk is apparently only 10% of the playable map. There's going to be so much more to Kashyyyk than just that. And the really cool thing I think about this game is that the more you progress in the story, the more Force abilities you unlock. There's things in the previous planets that you couldn't unlock, but now that you unlock that Force ability, you can go back to the old planet and unlock it. So for example, this isn't going to happen, but let's just say, for the heck of it, Force Push. Let's say you don't unlock Force Push for a long time in the game, and let's say you're on Maigito, okay? You're on Maigito, you learn the ability of Force Push, but then you remember on Kashyyyk, there is this door you could unlock with Force Push. Now, you can go back to Kashyyyk, Force Push, and unlock an entirely new part of the map. It's gonna be like that, and I think that's really cool, and I think it's not gonna be linear. It's somewhat linear in terms of story, but it's not open world either. It's kind of a mix of the two. It's not completely open world where, like for Skyrim, you can start the main mission and you can just go wherever the hell you want and ignore the main storyline for the entirety of the game. It's not going to be like that, but it is definitely going to be a mix between open world and linear. But I wouldn't worry about it being linear. And one final thing about the game, that people are complaining about is the graphics and the Wookiees. This is pre-alpha footage, okay? This is not even alpha. This is pre-alpha. I think the game's gonna look 10 times better when it's finished, especially with the Wookiees, but it did make up for some good memes. I will say that. There are definitely being memes made about the Wookiees, but, you know, I wouldn't judge it based off this. I'd judge it more towards the release date when we get more footage and stuff. So yeah, that was basically the overall complaints about Jedi Fallen Order. I agree with some, but others, I don't. I understand why people think one way, but the gameplay demo really was not that great compared to the other things shown of the game, like the gameplay trailer shown at Microsoft's E3. There's an unlisted video on EA Star Wars account that shows combat. Like, there's a lot more things in this game than just shown in that gameplay demo. I definitely would not judge this game based off that gameplay demo. There's gonna be a lot more into this game, trust me. This game is going to be amazing. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like, blast a like, and all that good stuff. What videos do you want me to make about Jedi Fallen Order? Leave your thoughts down below. Anyway, if you're new, why don't you subscribe for all things Star Wars? This is the First Order, signing out.
Trust only in the Force.